Do you think the others are making good progress? Hope it's all going smoothly. Oh, hey look! They made it back as well! Prince! Lama! How did it all go?
All is well, thank you. Nefer and Yehoda had to stay at the curatorium to wrap things up, so they won't be joining us for now.
I ran into Miss Anefa and Miss Aino on the way back. Their work is still in progress, so I suspect they won't be back for a while either.
You seem rather cheerful today, Mr. Flintz.
I certainly am. I achieved what I set out to do and came away with more than I bargained. Fighting alone can get quite tedious, but I had the good fortune to run into a pair of brave young warriors.
We meet again. How have you been?
Albedo! What are you doing here?
That would be a natural assumption to make. It's also the correct one.
These two courageously lent me a hand while I was fighting the Wild Hunt. When they told me they were Servarka's colleagues, it all made sense. And given how people of outstanding talent tend to cross paths, it's no wonder you're already acquainted.
So, who's your travel buddy, Albedo?
Why don't you come and introduce yourself?
A gentleman of few words, I see, and a rather stern countenance. I presumed you were acquainted with him. Is that not the case?
It's nice to meet you. Again. We've technically met before.
Wait a sec! You're Minnie Durin!
That's right. It's me. I'm glad to see you again.
By the way, he says it's okay if you drop the mini.
Yeah, I'm not as mini as I used to be.
Interesting, isn't it? The first step towards blending into human society appears to be reflecting on whether one's name really reflects who they are.
Wow! You look so different! In a good way, of course. It's great to see you looking so healthy.
Thank you, Paimon. And although you're as mini as ever, I understand that diminutives don't always convey endearment. I'll be sure to simply call you Paimon, as a sign of my great respect for you.
Wow! You're such a smooth talker now. Paimon could get used to this. From now on, you may refer to her as your esteemed guide, Paimon.
Personally, I think our little Paimon is the perfect size. When people call her Little Paimon, it's just because she's so adorable that they can't help themselves. If that's not a sign of endearment, what is?
You're absolutely right, Miss Lauma. My brother still has a long road ahead of him when it comes to understanding human relationships.
Anyway, speaking of long journeys, didn't Columbina, leave with you? How come she isn't back yet?
She's been catching up with old friends. Wouldn't be surprised if she stopped for a cup of tea, or 10, on the way back. people are talking about me. Hope it's nothing negative.
Judging from your expressions, I'm guessing it all went well?
It's getting crowded here. I'll go grab some chairs.
No need. This is a job for an alchemist. I'll whip some up momentarily.
Thank you for your hospitality, ladies and gentlemen, but I was merely escorting my friends back. I'll be meeting Zendrone shortly, as we still have some things to discuss. It's been a pleasure, everyone. But this is where I'll say goodbye.
We really appreciate your help.
Oh, come on. Spare the formalities. I'm just glad I could help out some true friends.
I understand. Well, bye for now, Harlequino.
Oh, this place is hopping. It's probably a good thing one of us left. Otherwise, we might not fit all these people in.
Are you saying we're about to run out of chairs?
As a matter of fact, I am. Come on in and see for yourself.
I overheard your little chit-chat outside, by the way. With Miss Columbina's colleague gone, we should be back to the original crew plus the other colleagues I brought in. Though, it looks like we have another new face. Someone else managed to rope in a colleague, too?
Frankly, you and Paimon are the only people I know here.
This here is Deansliff, colleague of Tibet's greatest guide, Paimon, and greatest adventurer, the Traveler. Well, not exactly colleagues, more sort of friends.
When someone else jumps in to do the announcing, you know you're speaking to someone important.
Let's hear what he has to say.
Note to self. Once Paimon knows your name, the rest of the world will soon follow.
When he comes looking for us, it's usually something important. Paimon's guessing you've heard about the Wild Hunt, then.
From the looks of it, you're about to hold a meeting. If I were to say that the Wild Hunt is our mutual enemy, would that earn me a seat at...
As the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Mr. Dainsliff, there's a seat with your name on it. Though, I can't promise the same for everyone else. Hey, Albedo, think you can rustle up a couple more chairs?
After all this time apart, Grandmaster Varka's first order is to rustle up a couple more chairs. I've missed that.
Is he being sarcastic?
Hey, he's your brother. Why are you asking us?
I've still got a lot to learn about the nuances of human conversation. Trying to decipher Albedo's way of speaking has been like jumping in at the deep end.
Oh, good point. Paimon gets you now. Don't sweat it. There are people who go their whole lives without getting the hang of it. You're ahead of the game already.
what's taking Nefer so long.
Perhaps you should go and check in with her. If anyone can hurry her along, it's you.
I just got back from the curatorium. Besides, aren't you curious to see what's taking her so long?
Miss Nefer doesn't strike me as the type to share secrets. And since gathering intel is her specialty, I'm guessing she'd prefer to keep her methods confidential. Under such circumstances, would it not be tactless for me to impose?
Oh, but it's fine for me to impose.
What can I say? You have an unrivaled ability to garner people's affection, Miss Moonchanter. Besides, you have far more in common with her than I do.
All right then.
Impressive. She barely fought back at all. I admire your powers of persuasion, my friend.
As I'm sure Miss Lauma will realize soon enough, the trick in life is to always pitch in with other people's responsibilities so that you can be selective with your own.
Another trick is to simply hide in the background.
Spoken like a true sage.
Anyway, looks like we've got some time to kill before the meeting. Let's take a little breather, folks. And feel free to chat amongst yourselves. We'll get down to business once the other two arrive.
You're both awfully quiet. Why don't I start us off with an icebreaker? Have either of you ever had your portrait painted? If not, I'd be glad to help.
That sounds like a lovely idea. You know how to paint, then?
I dabble occasionally.
He's an excellent painter. Tables, chairs, people, dragons, you name it.
I'm flattered.
If I ever get the chance, I'd like to give it a try myself.
I'll bear that in mind. Anyway, how about you, Durin? What sort of portrait would you prefer?
Oh, I'd be fine with anything. Whatever style feels best to you.
Very well. Then I'll play it by ear.
You can replicate any style I want?
I can try. If you show me a sample, I'll do my best to match it.
Thank you. In that case, I'll dig up some reference material for you.
Is there something you'd like to say to me?
Yeah! For starters, why'd you just show up here without even giving us a heads up?
If you think back to our previous interactions, you may recall that that's hardly out of character for me.
You do have a point there. Want to tag along with us? You never know. You might get a group discount.
Sure, let's do that.
Great! Paimon will handle it! And in return, we can get Dainslift to be our very own personal bodyguard.
If that's what you had in mind, you should have said so sooner. I'd be happy to help.
Oh, okay then. Paimon was only kidding, but good to know. Anyway, since we're all here together, we might as well watch each other's backs. That's just what friends do, right?
Indeed. Thank you.
Truth be told, I can't remember the last time I was in a meeting with so many people.
You're not alone there, my friend. The Lightkeepers also struggle to bring everyone together for a series.
I don't doubt that. I've only ever met two Ratniki, one being you, and the other being that young guy, Itlua.
Itlua is a good apple. I'll give him that. He's kind, honest, and regularly delivers supplies to my lighthouse. A true Ratnik to the core. And that...
So you're what? A fake Ratnik? That's what it sounds like you're saying. Come on, why the awkward silence?
Sorry. I'm not even gonna bother trying to hide it. You've known all along, haven't you, my friend? Now that was an awkward silence.
Let's just keep this between ourselves. Probably best if Itlua doesn't know, huh?
That goes without saying. Gotta be careful what you share with youngsters, after all.
Anyone else in the know? Let me guess. The Traveler and Paimon?
It's dangerous being too sharp for one's own good, you know.
Then, in the name of the Animo Archon Barbados himself, I swear, your secret's safe with me.
When we went for drinks, you said that you and Barbados were practically best buds. In the light of that claim, do you really expect me to take your oath seriously?
Of course. Just as long as you don't go spreading around the fact that I'm close with Barbados, all right?
Fair enough, then. Nothing like a bit of mutual leverage to seal the bonds of friendship.
Ah, Miss Nefer. You made it after all. But what about Yehoda?
I'm here to give you an update on how things are going on our end. Once this is over, I'll be heading straight back to continue my work. I left Yehoda back at the Curatorium to watch over things while I'm gone.
So much for just this once.
Not so loud! We're on a roll here. What if she remembers and suddenly decides to back out?
Did you say something, Mr. Varka?
Huh? I didn't say anything. Right, Flint?
Must have been a frog. They get so noisy around here at nighttime. It's like they're putting on a
Anyway, before we begin, there's a few introductions to make. Let me start by saying that it's an honor to be speaking before so many distinguished colleagues and collaborators. First up, we have Miss Lauma. As Moon Chanter, she's the leader of the Frost Moon Scions, a local religious community in Nodcry. Then there's Miss Nefer, boss of the Curatorium of Secrets, and intel gatherer extraordinary. Nefer is leading the investigation into Rerer's background, assisted by Yehoda and Lauma. From the little I've heard, they're making some great progress. Over here, we have Mr. Flintz, a ratnik and guardian of the abandoned lighthouse. In our last operation, he courageously distracted the Wild Hunt to buy time for the rest of us. For those of you who've never met, this is Mr. Albedo, a renowned alchemist and captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team. By his side is a new face for us all, myself included, Mr. Durin, who's come to lend his aid. Next up, we have the Moon Maiden and former Fatui Harbinger, Miss Columbina. Then we have the Traveler, who's earned more titles than I could possibly hope to list out, so I'll spare you the rundown. And Paimon, the ultimate travel companion and quite possibly the best guide in all of Teyvat.
Wow! That's a lot of people! Great turnout!
Miss Nefer, it looks like you might have another job coming your way. So, congratulations on the booming business, I guess.
You think I haven't got enough on my hands as it is? Who's looking for me now?
That would be me, Miss Nefer. I have a commission for you.
And you are?
Who I am doesn't matter right now. What does matter is that I'd like you to gather more intelligence about the Recher of Solnari.
Well, it's not as if we never take on anonymous commissions. But in your case, I'll have to decline. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say your job's probably more hassle than it's worth. Something about you seems like bad news.
It's my eyes, isn't it?
Conrian, I assume. And what's with the mask? Are you trying to hide your identity? In any case, the fact that you're even still alive raises an awful lot of questions for me.
My name is Dainsleif. And yes, I am from Conria. As I'm sure you're aware, the Recher of Solnari's real name is Rerir. He was once...
Really? Then you must have been quite an influential figure yourself.
You flatter me, but none of that matters anymore. My point was simply to clarify why I have asked Miss Nefer to...
So you're both from Conria, and it sounds like you used to be friends? What am I missing here? Surely you already know how he became one of the Five Sinners.
I'll tell you everything I know. The history of Conria, the names and identities of the Five Sinners. I remember it all like it was yesterday. I have never spoken openly of this before. But the truth was exactly as people say. The Five Sinners were each driven by their own desires, and it was by playing upon these that the Abyss tempted them to their fall, tearing Conria apart in the process. The visionary, Vedafinir, who wished to foretell the future. The wise, Haroptatir, who sought limitless knowledge. Gold, Rhindaughter, who desired to create life. The foul, Surtologi, who pursued supreme strength. And last, but not least, Recher of Solnari, Rerir, Ravager of the Moon. Of the five, Rerir is the only one who remains a mystery to me. He never harbored grand ambitions. So what changed in the space of a single night? How did he come to fall like the others?
In other words, you're saying that his change came as a shock to you, and you have no idea what actually happened?
That's right.
You mentioned how the Abyss tempted them, which led to their fall. But what did that look like in practice? And what other context can you give me about the events of that time? The more detail you can give me, the better.
Strangely, now that it comes to it, I hardly know where to begin. The fateful night took place during the era of the Eclipse Dynasty. One day, my elder brother, the visionary, Vedifenir, was summoned to the palace by the Vinster King, only for the king to gouge out his eyes and cast him into the dungeons. When I came to hear of this, my fury knew no bounds. I gathered together every ally I thought I had, and together, we set a night to storm the palace and free Ved. Centuries on, the memories of that night still haunt me like a never-ending nightmare. We broke through the palace gates, just like we had planned, each striking towards our separate targets. But then, I was betrayed. Even Vedifenir, the very person I had come to rescue, abandoned me and partook.
So, it's personal after all. Then tell me, Mr. Dainsleif, what price are you willing to pay? You, of all people, must know that nothing...
I cannot say what price would be worthy of such a commission. But know this. Rerir was not always a madman. Believe it or not, there was a time when he was just an ordinary man. Uncovering the truth of Rerir's past is the only way to unravel this mystery. But before you decide if you will accept my commission, I will tell you more about...
Sounds pretty good to me. Feels like we just flagged down a random passerby, only to discover he's actually a master strategist who has a score to settle with our enemy.
Can I borrow your halo? It could be you.
Hey, enough with the wisecracks! Besides, isn't that lamp of yours bright enough already?
Relax. It was meant to be a compliment. If that was a little over the top for your liking, I'll make sure to tone it down next time.
I'll give your proposal some serious thought, Mr. Dainsleif. Let's speak in private once the meeting is over.
Before that, there's a few things I'd like to share.
Now that we've united the hearts of the three moons, your power should be greatly enhanced. But it seems like that hasn't happened yet?
I believe it will take a little longer. You've done so much for me, so I want to be completely honest with you all. Even though I'm doing a lot better now, the truth is, my recovery will likely be an ongoing process. From the moment I was born, my power has been slowly ebbing away. And that is because Tevat has never accepted me. Even with the moons united as one, it seems my rejection cannot... So far, I have yet to find a solution. It may turn out to be a problem that will plague me until the day I finally leave this place behind. Even so, I will do everything in my power to help you drive out the Reihir of Solnari. As Arlecchino put it, this is not about chasing the spoils of victory. It's just a gesture of
Kutar.
Defeating the Reihir of Solnari will be no easy task. While my strength slowly recovers, we'll also need to gather more intel.
Naturally. We should take all the help we can get if we hope to defeat him.
We've considered several viable plans now, but our choice hinges on the answers to a few key questions. Is it even possible to kill Rerir? What experiences shaped the person or monster he became? And what's he really... Given Albedo's expertise in alchemy, I think we should leave him to try and answer the first of these questions.
Understood.
As for the other two, I'm afraid we'll have to count on you again, Miss Nefer. Believe me when I say, it's not my wish to burden you. Right now, relying on your skills is our only option.
So you're placing all your hopes on me, huh?
We can't thank you enough for agreeing to help us. Honestly, can hardly believe how lucky we are.
You sure have a talent for changing your tune, Miss Moonjanter. Timid like Yehoda one moment, then flinches insincere flattery the next.
Ladies, please. I must object to your portrayal of me. That's all. Feel free to keep bickering. Just pretend I'm...
I almost don't want to leave this room. I'm curious to see how this place...
I have faith in you, Miss Nefer. Something tells me you'll stand by us until the very end.
Oh? And what makes you so sure of that? What if I suddenly decide that my compensation is insufficient?
This isn't about the money. I can sense that you've got a deep-seated distaste for Rerir. And knowing you, that alone is motive enough.
Look at them getting along so well. Like two peas in a pod.
And I'm the one they accuse of insincere flattery. There is no justice.
Miss Lauma, you have to understand something. Unlike you, I don't actually enjoy having...
Is that right? Well, maybe the fact that I'm willing to put my hopes in other people says more about me than you. But the fact is, I also trust you. And that's because I know that you're someone we can count on.
Anyway, we've got our plan, so let's get moving. Mr. Dainsleif, let's talk. And Traveler, once we're finished, if you've nothing else planned, I'd like you to come with me.
This whole experience is teaching me a lot. For instance, I now know that when other issues come up in the future, I'll have far more luck getting Lauma to convince Miss Nefer than trying to do it myself.
Hate to say it, friend, but that's one of the funniest things I've heard in a while.
Why? You think I've got it wrong?
Quite the opposite. But what makes it so hilarious is how long it's taken you.
Thank you for waiting.
It's okay. We actually used the time to help Dainsleif get a room at the hotel.
That's very considerate of you. Now, I trust you share my curiosity about Rerir's past, and you seem fairly familiar with Mr. Dainsleif already. We spoke at some length after the meeting. He was the one who suggested I should invite you to join this operation. He feels confident that these secrets will be safe with you.
Dane has a lot of faith in us, that's for sure.
Likewise. I appreciate that you got right on board without interrogating me about why I invited you. It shows that you trust me to explain everything in due course.
That's because we know what you're capable of. We appreciate you too, Nefer. You might have been forced to help in the beginning, but this time, it was your choice.
That's one way to put it. Another is this, that once a decision's been made, it's set in stone. After that, my only goal is to see it through. Alright, so here's how it is. I'm going to access Rerir's thoughts again using my confidential method. Now, I'm sure you've seen things like this before on your travels, so you're surely well aware of... The reason I've gathered you all here is to ensure my safety during the proceedings. I plan for us to enter the fragment of his consciousness together, and once inside, I will focus on searching for information. Think of this as a diving expedition into someone's brain.
If I'm the diver, you are my safety equipment, tasked with keeping me alive while I'm under the surface. Once the ceremony begins, we will all be spying on privileged information. But in the interests of safety, you must remain absolutely silent at all times. Lastly, any individuals of a weaker constitution are advised not to partake in the ceremony. In any case, Paimon has her own job to do, which requires staying in the room.
Well, good luck, everyone. Sounds like all Paimon can do is cross her fingers and root for you guys.
There's a little more to it than that. I was being serious when I said you have a job to do. While the rest of us are inside Rarir's mind, it's imperative that we have a team member on the outside. In the event that something goes wrong, you will be our first responder. I don't anticipate any issues, but the extra level of safety will be greatly appreciated.
I second that. This is a dangerous operation here, and you're our whole rescue team.
So, Paimon's like the lifeguard? Yeah, that makes sense. All right, got it.
Good. Please, take a seat. We'll get started.
So, did Mr. Dainsleif tell you anything else?
He told me that he believes Rarir kept some big secrets in his life. He's not sure that they were the cause of his eventual downfall, but he's asked me to uncover what those secrets were all the same.
But surely you're not planning to go through with this, no matter the cost.
If you think that, you'd be overestimating me. I'm a businesswoman, not a mercenary. But I do have my own professional reasons for taking this job. You think I'd turn down the opportunity to get a first-hand glimpse into Conrian history? No chance.
Well, as long as you don't let morbid curiosity get in the way of safety concerns, we're good. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
You're such a killjoy.
All right, I'm good to go.
All set over here, too.
Promise, Paimon, you'll be extra careful.
All right. Let your whole body relax. We're about to begin. Close your eyes. Phew. Could this be his office? Pretty standard setup. Bookshelves, paperwork, files. According to Dainsleif, Rarir used to be an intelligence operative. Chances are there's plenty of top-secret intel stashed away in this room. Is this where you keep your secrets, Rarir? Can't say I'm not looking forward to this. A file tucked inside a folder. The title reads, It's... But at this stage... Wonder what kind... Aha!
Please, hear me out. I saw someone.
There's a note in the... Could the voice in the... Bookshelves full of documents. Looks like these are all crimson... Yep.
21. Occupation, cook. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has neutralized. This one should be archived under purged targets. Female, 23. Occupation, office clerk. Confirmed Crimson Moon descent. Neutralized. Another one for purged targets. Sounds like she was that other man's daughter. Never mind. Male, 40. Occupation, teacher. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Neutralized. Just another nobody for the archive. Come to think of it, I remember surveilling this. Female, 16. Occupation, none. Orphan, neutralized, filed. I have no recollection of this girl. None whatsoever. She doesn't... Female, neutralized and... filed. Neutralized.
It's funny, isn't it? Your job is becoming both harder and easier at the same time, depending on how you look at it. Sooner or later, the Crimson Moon descendants will be completely wiped out. But as their numbers dwindle, they become harder and harder to track down.
That's not how it is.
Fortunately, however, most of the able-bodied adults have already been taken care of. The remaining weaklings will be increasingly easy to deal with.
No! No. My job is to ensure the survival of the Eclipse Dynasty. And the only way to do that is by eliminating any and all potential threats. It's a perfectly every single one of my colleagues can attest to my fairness. And if my friends were aware of the facts, I know they'd back me up too. Assuming, of course, that they were aware of all the facts. It's been quite some time since we last met.
Rerir, I trust you're here because you have something important to discuss.
Forgive me. I wasn't tuning out, it's just, I noticed you didn't even phrase that as a question. Tell me, does someone in your position ever feel—
It is indeed within my power to foresee certain things. Things like—
I was just thinking. It won't be long before I'll be inviting both—
That isn't a lie. Ever since that day we met for drinks, I knew it was only a—
Does it feel good?
I'm afraid the notions of good and bad fail to You fear my side—
That's right.
You must have noticed my reluctance to broach the subject. The burden of prophecy.
So who exactly do you deem worthy to hear?
Or rather, our king—
You're closer to His Majesty than I—
You say that as though it is to my benefit. Yep.
You are so wise.
You make a fair point. Let me offer you some advice. And for many reasons, there is very little chance of your marriage ending in happy—
Hold on. There's that same black fog again. Could this memory belong to Thelindis? Guess I'd better tread carefully.
Wait. Hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his true identity. His name is Rerir, and he claims to be one of the king's guards.
What did you say?
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner.
Why are you telling me all of this now?
Simple. It's because I want you to kill him. You are the only person he would never suspect.
No, absolutely not. I would never dream of doing such a despicable thing.
So you'll just stand by and watch him slaughter us to the last? Do not forget that the blood of the Crimson Moon flows in your veins too.
The blood of the Crimson Moon? What does that matter now? The dynasty has long been dead. You think that alone is reason enough for me to—
Why wouldn't it be? You too were once a child of the Crimson Moon, just like me. Don't—
As long as you promise to abandon this pipe dream of restoring your dynasty, I can try to persuade him. Or—
Persuade the Vinster King? Do you even know why he's so obsessed with hunting us down? Why he keeps trying to force us to hand over our seat? The Vinster King. A blind fool. His eyes clouded by powers from beyond this world. A petty little man with a miser's heart. And if you can't bring yourself to do it, so be it. Just you watch. It won't be long before calamity descends upon us all.
The Rehir of Solnari. That really is quite a secret you've been keeping from me, Rerir. But who am I to talk? Am I really any better? Love should be built on honesty. But ours was born from lies. Is it really so wrong to hide things that would only make life harder? If we don't cover up the parts that no one else should see, Vedifulnir must have known all this. And that's why he made his prophecy. In the end, nothing stays hidden forever. But I won't just sit by and watch this disaster unfold. I'll do everything in my power to protect what I cannot afford to lose, no matter who I have to face.
Huh? Was that Rerir who just walked past the window? Doesn't it give you the chills that he still takes the same road to work every day? As if nothing ever happened.
People at the deli.
Enough already. They're clearly pretty taken by their own disguises, so just smile and play along. Move a rug from under beasts like that, you risk having your throat torn out. Deli. They're really talking about those people from the opposition.
Sorry, Freether. My mind was off wandering. I heard you, though. You're talking about what Rerir said. He's just following the King's orders. He's a secret agent, and it's his job to hunt down rebels and dissidents.
By the time you first met him, he'd already taken lives. Maybe he was using you from the very beginning.
No. Rerir has no idea I have anything to do with the Crimson Moon. My family are only distant relatives of the main lineage, and besides, my eyes are perfectly ordinary. Truth be told, apart from my teacher, pretty much no one knows I have any connection to any of it. It's been a long time since my family severed.
But as Orlog said, who could possibly talk sense into that raving lunatic of a king? No one!
I'll work something out. Trust me, I'm with you all. But for now, you need to keep yourselves hidden. Don't let anyone find you, anyone at all. Don't forget that Rerir is an Eclipse operative. You need to be extra careful when he's around. For now, don't come looking for me. And if anything happens to me, just act like we've never met.
If even you can't escape this, what hope do the rest of us have? But after all this time together, surely he wouldn't lay a hand on you.
I won't speak in his defense. nor can I give you a clear answer to that question. But I'll do everything I can to put an end to this. Here, hold on to this. If an opportunity to escape presents itself, take it. You'll be glad you took some spare change.
You call that change? But what about you?
I've got a job, and there's still money coming in. But you can't go anywhere right now. Please think about yourself for once.
Another day, another round of assassination training. The training ground is just beyond this hidden passageway.
When you kill them, doesn't it follow you end up covered in their blood?
Why would it? Aren't we all just one? Make sure you have a firm grip on the handle. Use your angle well. Keep your movements light and brisk. One sense of things.
Yes, we did. What about him?
He was arrested 2 days ago. Chances are he's already dead. I just don't get it! After everything he's done, why do you still stand by him? Or does it mean nothing to you that people keep dying?
No, that's not... Just hear me out.
I need to go now, Thelindis. They're looking for us. You take care too. If you ever need a place to hide, come find us.
trust your eyes uncritically. People only see what they want to, so don't be your own fool.
Author, Melendez. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 47 of all subjects of observation that were sent inside have now... No progress whatsoever. Things are getting worse by the day. I have to find a way or we'll all be in danger. But I... If all this research comes to nothing, what then? Sooner or later, it'll be my neck on the line. But could he really bring himself to kill me? No. Surely he wouldn't have the heart.
All we want is to live ordinary, peaceful lives.
You want to live?
Yes. I just want to go on living. Is that really such an unforgivable crime?
You want to go on living. I want to keep living too. To keep living forever. That's why I have no choice but to continue on the path I'm on. If only some savior would suddenly swoop down and change the way the world is. Too bad that's not going to happen. Imagine that. If there really were such a person, you and I wouldn't be standing here like this, would we? Today's files are in. Time to wade through them just like usual. No, I don't get tired of it. It's my job. And not only am I lucky to have it, I'm good at it too. Flinders? No! No! Why? How could you possibly have anything to do with them? It cannot be! A diluted bloodline. Carefully concealed. I see it now. What a fool I've been. Numbing myself with talk of justice. Even imagining my friends would back me up. And so, Finster King, how far are you going to take this? From the direct bloodline to secondary offshoots? And then what? Today it's the descendants of the Crimson Moon. Who will it be tomorrow? Will you not rest until everyone down here? No. This cannot go on. This is where it ends.
You're really letting me go?
I am. As long as you can guarantee that no one will find you.
Don't worry, I'll be extra careful. No one will know I was here. But What about you? If you let me go, you won't be able to complete your mission, will you?
Good point. In that case...
No, please! I just want to see the outside...
Go on living?
Yes. I know you're a man of your word. So please...
If I let you leave, what will become of me? Just kidding. But remember, don't let anyone know you were caught.
Even shadows in the dark must live by a code. But you can't save everyone.
You've been whispering in my ear for days now, Vedifalnir. What are you trying to do?
I only say this because you long for an answer to your problems. Let her go, Rerir. You risk losing everything.
I will not abandon Thalindis.
Then you'll need a little more vigilance and a lot more power. The world is changing, Rerir. Keep your eyes peeled for your moment of opportunity.
That voice used to be so unclear. But now I know exactly whose it is. It's Vedif. He won't tell me how to actually resolve any of this, but he keeps trying to manipulate me like a puppet. Tell me then, what will this moment of opportunity... And... no answer. He's like a ghost. Always disturbing me when I'm on edge, but never answering when I need him most.
So, the Eclipse Dynasty was purging... well, massacring the descendants of the Crimson Moon. And it seems like it was all connected. The king's obsession with abyssal power left the future of Conria hanging in the balance. And it looks like this Thalindis. It almost defies but... And why does Vedifalnir, Daneslif's older brother, keep talking in Rerir's head? The human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow, time for something. We've been in some... There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines. Now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just need to cross-check the logic behind his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever it...
Rerir, are you there? Hey, Rerir!
Dane? What's wrong?
Quick, come with me. I'll explain everything.
Okay.
All right then, but...
I've never seen Dane's...
Don't be ridiculous. You might ask your blade that same question. The word on the street is that...
If this is your way of offering...
Oh, we can certainly...
Robbed it here. What bring... Why Daneslif, of course. Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rhyme.
Well, the Universitas... Your president of the Vice President Veet doesn't even try...
My success is the product of hard working, of course. No, and as for Efter Veet, in missing out on the presidency, he's stuck.
You're all here.
You must be Rerir.
Mr. Sertologi. Yes, I handled your...
You're clearly a person of substance if you've been invited here.
It's my brother, Vedafenir.
Vedafenir in prison? Does this mean the King's circle of trust?
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what the King wants. I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the universe.
And also because you're slimy. Vedafenir,
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion?
Dane, what are you...
Rescuing Vedafenir, I assume.
Correct.
That's far too...
I have no desire to commit my blade will force the...
So, Vedafenir's prophecy, the extent of his majesty's you have noble ambitions, Dane.
A letter of pardon? The chances of the Vinster King issuing a... This black fog of another mystery I'll need to unravel.
Over the course of this week, research dating back to the Crimson Moon Dynasty has established 2 points regarding moon merit. However, there are an enormous amount of power to make matters worse. This is not a wise move. I apologize if this comes across as if we really made it there one day, what? You got
the Lindis.
I've heard nothing. Rerir got back. You never saw him, and I don't know what he did. And this conversation?
What if he finds out that you pried into his...
Don't be silly. I don't know.
Are you scared of him?
I don't know. The Rerir I know doesn't match. Logically, I should be scared of him. But enough about that.
What's in it?
A piece of the moon.
A red moon?
That's right. Our moon. Promise me you'll look after...
I promise, the Lindis.
The Crimson Moon bloodline will never die out. It's no matter how long it takes.
and stick to the plan.
Sir Dainsleif, what are you? Is this treason? You know what happens to those who betray the throne.
It is the king himself who has betrayed the throne.
If you have any love left for justice...
It's showtime. Dan, my job is to enter the prison and rescue. Stay safe.
Look after my brother. Draw your blade. It is time for justice to...
Is abominable. Clearly, the king doesn't allow his Found you. Hello, Mr. Vettelfnir.
Ah, it's you.
Surprised? Oh, wait. I guess surprise isn't an emotion that prophets feel very often.
I certainly felt some surprise in the moment when I was blinded. Surprise at the king's sheer ignorance.
I'm curious. What did you prophesize this time?
It wasn't a prophecy. It was a word of warning. Someone had to say it. The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions. I simply told him that if he continues on this path...
But he didn't listen. Worse still, he stabbed you in both eyes and locked you away. Dane asked for my help.
Everything is transpiring as I foresaw. Yet I am powerless to change it. Fate is an immutable force. I can but lament as the inevitable unfolds. I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future...
Forgive my curtness, Vettelfnir, but the king did not suddenly turn on you today. You can't have wisdom beyond the reach of your fellow man without attracting his fear and suspicion. There are things the king does not want to see. So, he doesn't want you having
He wasn't entirely wrong. I did indeed lose my power to see the future.
Until what?
Just now.
Well, tonight could go a lot of different...
I sense hatred, but this is not the end. There are many... Is that a dagger?
With your ability...
Of course not. You mean your...
Yes. And I can't abandon the one I love to save myself. I just...
In matters of fate... Answers are either right or... That is the cruelest thing about fate.
That... I know it's your voice that I keep hearing in my head. Urging me to see how the world is changing. You show me disaster, but you won't show me how to avoid it?
My voice? It turns out that we are not so different.
Vettelfnir just broke into the strangest smile I've ever seen in my life.
Very well then. For as long as you live, your story with Thelindis, it is up to you.
I will hold you.
Thank you for setting me free.
Just them.
If I were you...
Universitas.
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other.
Whatever Vettelfnir said, I didn't catch it. But if they were ever gonna activate, it would probably...
Hold on! Don't let them anywhere near you!
Save me! I can't! Ah!
That sounded like an explosion. So, the rumor is true? What other means does the king have at his disposal? They must run on power from the Abyss. And given it's a major center of Abyss research, anyone over at the Universitas will be...
Monsters at the Universitas Magis. Oh no, they're coming. It's no use. The table won't hold out much longer. The weapons. Where are the weapons? Of course. All the lab equipment was upgraded after the inspection last week, but the new weapons haven't been allocated yet. I'm done for. Is anyone there? I need help! Stay back! Please stay back! Please!
What's that?
Reverie! So the rumors about your work are true.
What? No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution. I know how to end all this. You can have it back. The normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
Felindus? No, don't do it! Felindus! Felindus!
I told you, Reverie. Let her go. You will find someone better.
No! No, I won't do it! I have to save her!
By what means exactly? A lonely pawn. You lack the power and the strength of will.
tell me!
Come to the palace. Join us.
Rarier, thank goodness we...
Step forth and take your share.
You made it.
Not you too.
Hatred or grief, despair, desire. We all have our own.
Rarier. Rarier.
Flindis?
Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Rarier? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean the proposal?
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your choice. Find you. And then, you can give me your answer.
So that's how the Raker of Solnari was born. A monster created by circumstance is a monster all the same. Viewing other people's thoughts for too long can get uncomfortable. In a nutshell, the story of Conria is what happens when the truth falls by the wayside. Everyone tells little. His past is filled with sorrow, but the Everyone, I'm...
Never! She's fine.
Yes, You will have seen the events of Rarier's life through my thoughts. It's now...
I mostly agree. However, I would not consider Rarier to...
Sounds to me like you're speaking in...
That's not what I meant.
Then try to remember that I respond better now. As for you, Missy...
Cool!
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the others first. Yehoda?
Yes, boss! Let me...
That's more like it. For a moment there, I was worried you'd forgotten about the first clause of your employment contract.
Forgive my curiosity, but what does the first...
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff that boss is too lazy to do.
Is that right?
If something is in the contract, in any case, there's nothing I dislike...
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend...
I'm sorry, what did you hear me say? I wasn't talking about...
Wait, how long have I been standing here?
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago.
Boss, What's wrong?
We've been tricked. We never left at all.
Hallucinated? But...
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone.
So you control everything in here?
More or less.
Has anything like this ever...
Only once.
Is there any similarity between what happened then?
I suppose my thoughts are a little turbulent, which was also...
Is there anything I can do to help?
The first clause of your contract clearly states that I only...
Meaning, you're not feeling lazy right now?
Meaning, this is not something Yehuda can help with.
Boss, it's fine. Really.
Oh, listen to you. Whatever would I do without you, Yehuda?
What? Really?
Yes, really. Where would I ever find another employee as obedient and
well, anyway, I was thinking I suggest everyone finds someplace comfortable to take a rest. We gotta even though all this you don't want to dismiss mental fatigue. Just
don't I have...
If we can find a...
Time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules. You have my word.
I wasn't expecting visitors at this...
Oh.
There you are! Sinue's been looking for...
Oh, yeah? What were you doing just now, Uncle Retinue? Hiding away some more...
What do you mean, loose change?
Hey, kid. Get in his good books.
I've written a
new song.
Well, there's plenty of time and I'm not going anywhere. See that pile of stones? I'll be sitting...
Pile of stones. Got it. Hi, Dad. Uncle...
Ah, there's my little princess. If you'd gotten back just a little sooner...
Spoils of war. Who were you fighting against, Dad?
I was talking about our war against thirst. I went out to fix our water supply problem, and now I'm back.
We have a well again.
That's right. I found a new one and brought... As the chief of our tribe, I'm supposed to be... You know how... But things are...
So you're...
Special ambassador, they call it. It's nothing bad, okay? We've been...
So... do you get...
Of course.
That's our well, and you know it. You stole from us.
Did you really think you could take our water without permission and get away with it? You're either brave, stupid, or...
And that special ambassador, you're a liar and a cheat!
I heard Yehuda corpses strewn across the ground. The wounds are clearly from scimitars and daggers. There's a handwritten...
Halil, this is my... I'm writing praise to God. You told me to... I urgent. This is an emergency.
Looks like this letter never got sent. The writer died. What a
Officer. Well...
I thought you would at least have...
This is the finest wine Aru village has to offer.
The Academia has agreed to reserve a single space for a candidate from your village. But I remain skeptical.
Please, have faith. If not in us, then in our God. The child we found shows great promise. I beg you, take...
I don't...
She showed up here...
So... Where...
Nowhere special. Just the one. Correct.
So, no...
Any who have
Get over here. Never.
Never this term's assignment?
Yes, Professor, I'm a...
Oh? Please, ask away.
Well... I think what...
You see? Shop...
Because of where...
I'm sorry, Nefer. Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions?
I wanted to check... if...
Ah, your family wrote to you.
Not exactly...
The House of Dane. Whatever you're looking for.
Okay, got it.
Oh, don't mention...
Hey, you're a great teacher. It's not just... I haven't. This must be it. Let's take a look. A dilapidation. This one was... Who was it? This one... In clinical... This seems like... Wait. The note says... This next one... A few words in recent... However, as well, education as grant. I do hope... And the sender... So this... Whatever. I'm not exact... I can't believe... I don't believe for... Wait.
Greetings, Hali. I don't know. In my tribe, the Shimti... This brings me to... There was the Eob and... I found a well. When we met, that aside, we have no...
From the outset, the academia... And you were so... You swore... You lied. And who fell for it? I think I'll take a... I just came to say goodbye.
Nefer?
I'm quitting.
Huh? But this was a hard-won opportunity.
It was. Oh, and what's wrong?
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your...
Yeah, I lied. It's not rare at all. It's not worth much.
But Nefer...
All right.
Don't forget me, okay?
Yeah, I lied again. And as for... I'll be lucky. To meet you, Mr. Arif.
So, what does the Academia want? Since they've sent their special ambassador,
Please, sir. Lower the ever-shifting...
So...
This well...
You're not wrong.
Of course not. Records uncovered by... I checked the map.
50 million? No, wait. If these ruins are as important as you say...
Don't get greedy. We know far...
So what if it was?
Don't worry. I hope I am
And I hope your words are the truth. If I find out the Academia is trying...
You see how I'm... And what does a bar...
All right, in that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation right. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. This is good news indeed.
Gladly. So let's
Chief! Chief, it's an emergency! It's the Unut. They've...
What? Oh, don't just...
Yes, Chief.
I have every...
What is it?
The Unuts were...
I
am obliged...
No! That well is...
Glad to hear it.
If there is a...
Wow. All it took was a few...
So, in summary...
The Eab, so let me ask...
Kill them all.
Precisely. At the same time...
We have our own...
Right. Natural. Weren't the Eab... Let me be clear...
Say no.
Good. You see, Dad... Monsters who destroyed my home. They're just ordinary... Maybe I've even... Oh, Sinuhe. My gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today, but you could...
Nefer. It's okay.
I believe I remember...
Yeah, but...
Yehoda, is there anything you can do to ease the tension?
So, anyway, that's enough. Feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired.
Yes.
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead. Yes.
Really? I guess that's how things go in the desert.
Desert dwellers can never escape their destiny. Or...
You mentioned
my biggest... I didn't know you were...
I'm no expert in the history of...
Sounds impressive.
Oh, I know who you mean. General...
That's boss?
Sino's hardly a figure of obscure...
What about him?
Well, he's not a... Please, this is... Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm sure it's been a lot to... That's Thoth, the Ibis King. One of the 7 pillars. Let's take a look.
just dashed through.
So, all is well?
Typically speaking, at this point, the world disintegrates. Then we find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides, these are my memories. There's nothing to fear.
You're sure?
Of course. It's almost over.
Hold on!
Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Speak for yourself.
How repulsive.
Timed that pretty well, didn't I? It's okay. I'm just glad no one was hurt.
Paimon noticed you doing something too, Dainsleif. Were you helping get them out?
Of course. When I asked Nefer to conduct this investigation, I was not naive to the dangers involved. I had a duty to ensure your safety.
Good to know your sense of justice is still intact after all these years.
I take that to mean that you saw the truth. That comes as a great relief.
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also managed to trap Rerir inside the chess set.
Whoa, really? How'd you manage that?
Well, to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong long before we made it to the temple. By using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past, well, the monster formerly known as Rerir, it seems I alerted him. I was tracking him, then he caught on and started tracking me too. Can't say I'm surprised.
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone? That shouldn't be possible.
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to the Vinster King. He is an expert at finding a trail and hunting down his pursuers.
No wonder.
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's why we weren't able to leave at first.
Speaking of your chess set, it's quite a remarkable item. Would I be right in thinking you have some connection to King Deshret?
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with one of his underlings, the Ibis King. You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Iab massacred my tribe, the Shimti, in our home village. A few years later, I enrolled in the academia, where some new information came to light. The Unut and the Iab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of a non-existent 50 million mora. The Iab ultimately won that confrontation. but their victory came at the cost of almost every warrior in the tribe. The final blow to the Iab came at the victory feast, when an Unut assassin beheaded their chief right before my eyes. The remaining Iab fled and have been scattered to the winds ever since. Having gotten my revenge, I returned to my hometown, where to my surprise, the nearby temple was still standing. There it was, seemingly immune to the relentless hostility of the desert, while my tribal home lay in ruins. As I stood there gazing at the temple, I noticed a cat just outside. This chess set is my gift from the Ibis. With this chess, every god...
It is the same...
If you're alluding to the Abyss, then yes, I gather the others. It's time to share. Thank you all for being here. As promised, I did some further investigating into the Raker of Solnari's background. I am pleased to report that the investigation has been most fruitful indeed. The Raker of Solnari, real name Rerir, was once a Conrian subject who served the Vinster King. I will now share the important details of his story. Please save any questions or comments for the end.
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
A tragic tale, to be sure. No matter how much Rerir's, he becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left unchecked, it is simply a matter of time before all of Teyvat suffers.
A question for Miss Columbina. Forgive me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever seen...
Never.
Miss Lama, any thought?
In the lore of the Frost Moon Scion, the term Moongate is one I have heard before. But as is the case with all of our...
Then back to Miss Columbina. As a moon goddess yourself, do you have some idea of where the Moongate leads to?
Not at this stage, sorry.
But there's...
Yes. And right now...
I agree. Better to save your strength. But if you'll humor me for a moment, I have a bold conjecture of my own regarding the world. I highly suspect with the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And yet...
So your theory is that Rerir was physically torn to shreds by some powerful force?
Makes sense to me. Explains why the Wild Hunt is so pervasive, and why he's been...
Without the power of the Abyss on his side, he almost certainly would have perished the moment he was torn apart. But the Abyss?
I could not agree more. The power of the Abyss is most surely a curse.
It is a compelling explanation, and one that accords with my present understanding of Abyss creatures. Whether the life form in question is primitive or advanced, this raises some interesting questions. That being said, regardless of whether my research bears fruit, I would like to thank Miss Nefer.
My pleasure, Mr. Albedo. I too hope that the information I have shared today proves useful as we look to formulate...
Hey! What is it, Dainsleif? You look really upset!
It's just...
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring any...
Mine too. We could never know all the hows and whys of...
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time.
Well, I think this is a good place to end today's meeting. I'm sure Nefer needs some time to...
That's very thoughtful.
Of course.
Sounds good to me. Take some time to rest and digest before we reconvene to nail... Hey, is this a bad time? Hope I... No need. Anyway, Nefer went back to the curatorium to get some rest. But before she left, Firstly, Although she managed to... It's only a matter of time before he finds a way to break out. We have to come up with a plan.
Honestly, my mom figured that my...
Well, I asked her that same question. She talked for a long... It felt like some kind of sales pitch, you know?
2 days?
That remains to be seen. You have some history with him, right? Great. I appreciate... All right, on to item 3. We figured we'd bounce the idea off you first. We'll explore it further.
Oh, Paimon's dying.
All right. We felt a little
Roping us in? Why would...
I choose my words very intentionally.
Sir Varka,
I'm all ears.
I think we can be more flexible.
I see your point, yeah. To be clear, I
want to do everything within my power.
Well, as in, most people, of course,
Thank you, sir.
I should be the one thanking you.
Yeah.